Hi guys, it's Joy. I've got some raspiness and I've got a little bit of a man voice. Last night was the first night I got sleep this week, yay! But I've been making so many videos that I'm just wearing myself out. But I think a good raspy man voice, I think that's perfect for this story that I'm gonna tell you because oh my god. Like, just buckle up and hang on because this is a fun one. This story I'm gonna tell you is very near and very dear to my heart. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, which a lot of you don't because you're new and welcome, and some of y'all are older, but I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I'm not a fan of like weddings. I never really have been. I mean, look, I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do with their time or money, you know? But I'll just tell you, I've always seen, like, and I'm not even saying, like, that getting married is stupid in itself. What I find ridiculous is when people want to spend just tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars on a wedding. And I'll go into my logic why. So, and just how crazy people can get over a wedding. To me, a wedding, if people aren't careful, it becomes one of those, it's like when I talk about getting irritated with buzzwords or buzz phrases, it's one of those like milestones in life that we're programmed and conditioned to believe have to go a certain way because women can be basic bitches, just like men can be douchebag assholes. So, oh my god, this story, I've been sitting on this for like a couple days, I think, like what, a day or two? When you don't sleep, the days blend into themselves. I've had so much fun this week coming back to YouTube. So I've just been making videos like crazy. But I've been sitting on this because it's so funny. Some of you may have heard of it, some not. But this is about like one of the worst bridezillas that I've ever heard about. Granted, I don't go look in any forums or trolling the internets, which is not trolling the internet. Trolling is when you talk bullshit, right? That's trolling. I guess what would it be? Like searching the internet, right? I don't go seeking out like Bridezilla stuff, but this came up and I was just laughing. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is amazing. So you're about to see the most entitled human being about a wedding you've ever seen. Every other thing in her life, I don't know. You would think it's possible because what we're gonna see, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this person just had this crazy fucking fantasy of what they wanted, and fuck you if you don't give them their fantasy, which is just ridiculous. In that case, bitch, marry up. Dude, like, just go gold digging. Get in there, dig in the ground, and get out a rich dude. Because if that's where your priorities are, that's what you need, honey. Okay, so what is this story? I'm gonna briefly bring up this story and then we're gonna read and we're gonna have some fun. So this story says, this bride canceled her wedding after guests refused to give her thousands of dollars to help her fund it. So I'm gonna give you a quick overview and then we're gonna get into this. So this woman, obviously she wants to get married to this guy and she demands that her guests give her $1,500 each because bitch wants to feel like a Kardashian for the day. By the way, my laugh is not at the Kardashians. A lot of people don't like them. I'll give a quick opinion on the Kardashians. Bitches are on their grind and bitches are hustling. And people can say they're not talented, they're not this, they're not that. Yeah, but you know what? They've made life work for them pretty well and they seem like they're pretty nice people. And Kris Jenner is a fucking beast. Oh my god, like as a business person, I gotta respect Kris Jenner's hustle too. Hey, Kris Jenner. So you're not really gonna hear me bash them much. Like I'm not gonna sit around and watch the shows, but you gotta respect that hustle. You've got to respect that, especially from the older girls. The younger girls, I don't know. I got a couple little opinions. It's just more that they were born into it, where the older girls had to hustle. Like, in my opinion, you just can't not respect that. And Kanye is a madman, and I love him. And I say that with respect. Like, he's got that crazy genius people don't always understand, mixed with a little mental illness, mixed with the fact that he's in the industry and surrounded by a lot of evil fucking business people. Not saying the Kardashians are evil, but probably at least the people around him. Oh my god, Kanye is my favorite shit show, and I say that with love because I think the motherfucker is well-intended and means well. This is why my videos are 30 minutes long, guys. This right here, and I needed to point it out to you because you obviously don't know. You were obviously too dumb to figure out that I overtalk. By the way, if you're new, I'm incredibly sarcastic. If I say stuff like that, it's sarcasm. Most people are smart enough to get it, but you wouldn't goddamn believe how many people are not smart enough. Also, to a shout out to a commenter. One commenter on the Medicare video was like, speed this up to 1.5, and holy shit. And I wrote, I'm like, oh my God, your poor ears, I'm so sorry. I know I talk quick. I talk quick for being in the Midwest. I think I talk quick for being anywhere. People always think I'm from the East Coast or just fucking crazy, and one is correct and one is not. So anyways, so not only is this bitch demanding thousands of dollars, right? She throws a goddamn temper tantrum on Facebook that you are not going to believe. Oh my God, it is so much fun. So let's get into this and we're gonna giggle our way through it. So here is what this Bridezilla wrote on Facebook. And just so you guys know, I guess I'll give a little backstory here so it makes sense. The wedding's been canceled. I think I said that, right? Yeah, I read the title. So this bitch is gonna get into why, and it's wonderful. Dear friends, it comes with great sadness that I announce the cancellation of the wedding. I apologize for canceling only 4 days beforehand. Unfortunately, and I have broken up due to some recent and irreparable problems. I wonder what irreparable problems there could be, guys. By the way, the raspberries are because if I do beeps, I have an old Shih Tzu. She's 13 years old. We adopted her last year. I'm actually going to introduce her because I haven't ever done a video about her, like where she's on. So we'll do her name's Macy. Anything that sounds like a beeping noise, she freaks out and runs and like hides under the bed and stuff. So you're never going to hear beeps. You'll hear raspberries from me, but just so you know, that's fine. Anyways, irreparable problems, guys. I wonder, there's trouble in paradise. God. We have decided to end our relationship and not go forth with any future proceedings. However, we are remained civil and are still a team for our son. After hours of tears, mental exhaustion, and even disassociation, I've come to this decision. Disassociation? For fuck's sake, disassociation. The hell is going on there? Let's continue. In 1 hour after posting this status, I'm going to delete my Facebook page. Social media has caused me only paranoia and toxicity. I will be spending these next 2 months backpacking in South America, exploring my soul and ridding myself of toxic energy brought about on my friends and family, the ones who I thought could trust the most. Wait a minute. So this bitch is demanding money from people, and something has gone down where she's probably obviously not getting it, and she's now disassociating and she's removing people who and she's getting off the social media. Okay, this is such a fun shit show. I'm just gonna keep going. One thing I will say, bitch, if you're begging people for money from the wedding, how the hell are you going backpacking, just taking off and backpacking for like 2 months? I would assume when you do this, it doesn't seem like you're acting very rationally, so I have a hard time thinking you have like a work from home job. So how is this being funded? Just a question. I will be out of the country from October and November. Please don't contact me. When I'm ready, I may make a new Facebook and add friends and family that haven't fucking stabbed me in the back. How'd this all come trashing down? Well, I invite you all on Facebook, players, bystanders, and side characters of the people of my life, to take a seat and listen. You're all involved somehow. Somehow, everyone is wrapped in this mess. Even if you weren't invited to my wedding, I don't care. You might hear of the drama, and I'd rather you hear it from me. So I'm not asking for sympathy. I just want to tell my story. It's gonna get good. Before I begin this mini novel, I invite all of you, including the cunts who have ruined my marriage and life, to put yourselves in my shoes. For once, let me take the stage and let my voice and most painful few moments of my life be heard. First, things were a fairy tale. I met the love of my life at 14. Jesus, 14? Y'all, I ain't trying to be judgmental, because I know some people who met their spouse really young and, you know, it just ended up, they worked it out and they're good people, but holy shit, 14? That's too damn young. You don't know shit. You've barely menstruated at 14. You've barely passed an egg through your crotch. No, but what do you know at 14? You haven't paid rent. You haven't done nothing. No bills. Good God. Anyway, we were both young, but somehow we just knew we were meant to be. We worked on my family's farm together, and with each warm summer spent in the fields, our love grew deeper and deeper. Fast forward to high school. We went strong all 4 years. He put a ring on my finger when I was 18, worth nearly $5K. Hold up, bitch. When you were 18, you got engaged to a $5,000 ring. Are you fucking kidding me? And by the way, why does it matter what it's worth? Why would you need to flaunt how much something is worth? Unless that's obviously where your intentions are. Fuck being in love with this guy. It's about the 5K ring, which we'll get into that. I got a rant about this shit. Okay, sorry, I also just woke up, so you might hear some weird noises from me. I ain't gonna edit this shit out. I don't got time for this shit. I don't got voice for this shit, and we're just gonna have some fun. Okay. Let's see, we'd put everything on the line for each other. Everything. Well, apparently he fucking did. If he's how are you gonna be 18 years old? You're in high school or just out of high school. How are you gonna do that and save up $5,000 for a fucking ring so a bitch can brag? So apparently he was to you. We both chose to attend the same community college and work full-time in order to build our dream. We spent most of our days by each other's side. I will always be thankful for that. Fast forward a few years. I was 20. A few? No. Two. Two, bitch. A few is 3 or more. A couple is 2. Y'all so young. Good God, y'all so... I'm 34 and I don't know what the fuck I want to... I don't know who I want to be with. I don't give a fuck. My eggs are drying up, but I could care less. I just want to have some goddamn fun. Anyway, let's go on. I realized I was pregnant with my first. We were elated, tearful, and thankful to God for this gift. After the birth, I knew the next step would be to focus on my career and become financially stable. My ex did the same thing. Yeah, you're gonna have to get financially stable if he gave the first $5,000 he ever saved, probably his whole little life, to put like a fucking, rock on your finger. Good God. It's just a funny image to me. It's like somebody dug in the ground, found like just a dirty stone and was like, here you go, and a woman freaks out. It seems so caveman to me. And it's and look, if that's your deal, I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you what I think. Y'all spend your money where you want. It's your fucking money. It's just it's so funny. Okay, so where were we? Let's see. My ex did the same. We saved and saved. I was in love. I was happy and looking forward to life. We continued working and even got our degrees. It was hard, yes, but so blissful, so worth it. We managed to save up nearly $15,000 for a wedding. Hold up, bitch. Y'all are that young, you save $15,000. Why not put that to something useful, like, I don't know, a down payment of owning a house? I'll save my rant for the end. Since our love was like a fairy tale, we wanted an extravagant blowout wedding, one where our son could be included. We started touring venues and were torn between the two. A local psychic told us to go with the most expensive option, and we thought, why the hell not? Oh my God, yes. Yes, if a local psychic tells you to spend all your money on what essentially is just a big fucking party for one night, when it could go to the stability of your lives and a future for your son, you better fucking listen to that psychic. I mean, you can't get more credible than going to a psychic and getting advice. And this is coming from me, a former New Ager who still likes some of that shit. Just so you know. Oh God, well, if the psychic said so, obviously it's what's supposed to happen, they know. Good God. We started touring ventures and were torn between the two. A local psychic told us to go with the more expensive option, and we thought, why the hell not? We just needed a little push. Our dream wedding amounted to $60,000. Oh my God, that's tuition for somebody at a good school. All included with flights to Aruba? Get the fuck out of here. All we asked for was a little help from our friends and family to make it happen. A little help. $1,500 is a little help. I specifically asked for cash gifts. How could we have our wedding that we dreamed of without proper funding? We sacrificed so much and only asked to make guests for around $1,500 each guest. We only asked each guest for around $1,500. Y'all have $1,500 laying around? Yeah, exactly. We talked to a few people who even promised us more to make our dream come true. my maid of honor, who shall not be named, pledged $5,000 along with her planning services. We tearfully thanked and accepted. My ex-families offered to contribute $3,000, so our request for $1,500 for all other guests was not fucking out of the ordinary. Like, we made it clear, if you can contribute, you weren't invited to our exclusive wedding. It's a once-in-a-lifetime wedding party. My laugh sounds like a witch's cackle because Hold on. Back up, bitch. Back up, bitch. Oh my God, where do I begin? You asked your maid of honor for money, and she gave you, and you asked her for more. So you decided that there's just too much. There's too much. Bitch, your dream is to throw a $60,000 party where you don't make any money. And you waste people's time and energy just to show that you have now a business contract with your lover, that you guys have decided to fuck exclusively under contract and join finances, because that's what a wedding really is. Like, that's what getting married is, isn't it? And that's what a wedding is. It's one big fucking party to show off in front of your friends and family. I have a hard time believing that somebody's dream in life is a big fucking expensive party that you expect everybody else to pay for. That doesn't sound like a passion. That just sounds like delusional selfishness. And holy shit, the maid of honor pays $5,000 and says, I'll plan the whole thing. And your ex's family, what do you mean ex's family? You mean hold on, my ex's family offered. You mean the douchebag that you dated before the 14-year-old? So the kid you dated when you were 12, his family gave you $3,000. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Holy shit, it's not fucking out of the ordinary, guys. Everybody just hands over thousands of dollars for an expensive party so I can feel like a princess in a Kardashian from the day. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime party. It's once in a lifetime, you'll never see something this good again. It's my dream. So, we sent our RSVPs and only 8 people replied and sent us the checks. We were fucking livid. How was this supposed to happen with that little help from our friends? To make matters worse, my ex's family took back their offer. Surprise, surprise. Suddenly, more people backed out, including the cunt maid of honor, my best friend since childhood, my second family. I was so shocked and tearful. To make matters worse, it was only a month before the wedding. To cancel everything would have been more than $5,000. Well, considering 8 people sent you $15K, sorry, not $15K, $1,500, 8 people sent you $1,500, and your main bitch sent you 5, like, you seem to be flush with cash and doing okay, bitch. Desperately, we resent our invites and asked people to donate what they could. I mean, seriously, what is $1,000? That is $1,500. Has this bitch never worked a day in her life? She said they worked and went to college and stuff, but holy shit, who is giving your 14 and 13-year-old self thousands of dollars for this not to be a big deal to you? What is 1,000? This is 1,500. What is 5,000 for what I want? Clearly, not a lot. Oh, clearly, guys. Hey, everybody, go ahead and send me a $1,500 check. I have this dream. Listen, I have this dream that now that I am a morbidly obese woman, I would love to go after the people that wronged me on YouTube, and I need to throw a party so I can eat Repzion, and I can, we can roast little Repzion. Just like put a stick through his butt, put him over a fire and turn him, and I'm gonna get married in the process. I don't know who I'm gonna marry, but I'm gonna marry, and it's gonna be the party of the lifetime, and I'm inviting all of you as friends out there in the YouTube world. You can address it to my butthole. Just address it to my butthole, and when you go to the mail, just, the mail will stick it in my butthole. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not a lot, guys. It's not a lot for my dream. It would be quite manageable and within budget. I've heard of people asking for worse. Bitch, you come from affluency.
You said you worked on your family farm. Now, I know, like, I have family members that, like, own farms and shit. People can make bank on farms, right? But those motherfuckers are, like, but sometimes they don't. Like, because farming is up and down. It's, like, depends on the fucking crops, depends on, like, what happens with the animals. There's all these unknowns with farming where you can make bank, and then you have years where it really sucks. So farmers, a lot of them aren't rich, they just manage their money well. And it's just funny because I'm like, I don't think y'all were flush with cash. like a toilet flush. I don't think that was the case here. I don't know, like, I'm just wondering, this is what happens when you don't discipline little shits. This is what happens. You get little shits like this. You get little entitled shits. They're gonna fuck with people's money and not care. So hopefully, unless he straightens out, his karma is to get a bitch like this. This little shit's karma is a bitch like this, and he's gonna have a oops, baby. Let's continue. We also set up a GoFundMe. Oh my God, a GoFundMe. It's not like you don't have enough money. Hold on. I'm gonna get out my calculator and a math and we will go. Let's look at this. 1,500 times 8, it's 12,000 plus 5,000 from your side hooker. Not side hooker, I'm sorry, I'm not calling her a hooker. I say that with love. I call her hooker with love. Some people I do, some people I don't. Hey, Rachel Reed. Okay. And then her ex's family from when she was 12 gave her 3. Bitch, that's 20. That is $20,000 right there. You're telling me $20,000? Oh my, I can't. I fucking can't. We set up a GoFundMe. That only got us $250. You fucking think? You fucking weirdo? At this point, we were exhausted and tired. I yelled at my ex. I love this. She says we a lot. Like, well, I talked to the psychic and we just needed a little push. No, bitch, I think you were trying to push him. That's why you yelled at your ex. Like, I think this was all you, bitch. I became unraveled. I realized my dream wedding was becoming a nightmare. Then it got worse. Oh my God, people gave you $20,000 for no fucking reason other than a party that nobody gives a shit about, so you can show off a contract. Like, how could it get much worse from there? I'm sure you fucking lost a limb or got sick, right? My ex came into the room and offered to get a Vegas wedding done. I laughed in his face, but he was dead serious. He wanted those cheap, raggedy, filthy, whore-like Vegas weddings. I mean, what the fuck? Was he out of his mind? Am I some hooch piece of fucking trash? A hooker? Am I supposed to like the idea of getting married in the heart of shady gamblers, alcoholics, and the get-rich-fast fallacy? Bitch, I think your get-rich-fast fallacy was when you asked all these motherfuckers for money, got $20,000, and continued to pitch a fit. Suddenly, my body began to shake, and I entered a panic attack. Oh, your poor little nerves couldn't take just getting married without a bunch of bullshit, could you? You couldn't just do it off of the love for your fucking person. My ex left the room and didn't apologize for his horrid suggestion. I then called my maid of honor and cried my eyes out. Instead of sympathy, I was told that I was asking for way too much and that I could stick to my budget. I mean, no words can describe. How could someone who offered me thousands of fucking dollars then deny me my promised money and then tell me to shift down my budget? She knows my fucking dream was a blowout wedding. I just wanted to be a Kardashian for a day and then live my life like normal. I called her a filthy fucking poor excuse for a friend and I hung up. I think it's pretty funny that she called her friend in the insult poor who gave her $5,000 and then planned her wedding. Oh my God, it's amazing. Then she blocked me off of all social media. Rumors swirled. I received anonymous threats. My ex stayed out later and later, and I had a feeling he was even cheating. You think? My bridesmaids climbed on the boat with my maid of honor and dissed me. They essentially told me I was crazy. They asked me for their deposit back, so I said, fuck you. I refuse to give it back until they can pay me back for the emotional distress.
hold on, I forgot the numbers on this. What was it? 1,500 times. Bitch kept 12,000 and then some for emotional distress. That is amazing. That's amazing. Now we know how her trip is being funded. Bravo. My ex started to talk to my maid of honor and gossip about me behind my back. I overheard him talking in the basement when he called me a stuck-up bitch. Anyway, I'm exhausted. I am bone-tired. My heart is broken and sad at the same time. It's so cold, fragmented, empty. I need to get away from this awful society. How hard could it have been for my fucking friends to donate? Do I even matter to you? Just fucking give me my money for my wedding. I won't even sugarcoat it. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. I was stabbed, cheated on, and worked. Goodbye. See you in 2 months. Friendly reminder to you cunts. Don't think you're out of this. I am cutting off all you snakes. I am living my life and done now. I only let those in that I believe have good intentions. This bitch is rich. No, I'm not talking about the money, but she's got that too. Oh, that's a rich statement. You only want to be around those that have good intentions while you're a money-hungry bitch that breaks up with your fiance for even dare thinking to just get married in Vegas, because that's just so slizzy. You know, bitch, if you were as highfalutin as you think you are, you would have your own fucking money and not have to beg other people. So sit down, quit pretending, little bitch. Here's a couple of fun comments people left. I have no words. You're out of your mind. And then, what happened to you? Who the hell expects that kind of money? And that's exactly true. This story is beautiful. Like, honestly, I'm kind of in love with her. I want to be her best friend just so I can experience all of this and laugh, because it's so entertaining. It's so entertaining. I do feel really bad for the people involved. Her poor ex, but thank God, like, he fucking dodged a bullet. This motherfucker dodged a huge bullet. So good for him. Now, I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown. You'll probably hear this in the future because I like to ramble on about shit. That's my shtick. I just am a talker. But I want to give you some insight into my opinion on weddings. It's like, to me, it's bullshit. I'm not saying getting married is bullshit. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But why spend that much money? You could literally do it in a backyard, get all your friends and family, and just pay money for, like, the catering and maybe a pastor or whoever the fuck you want to use, right? Why would you spend that much? It's like Disney has conditioned generations of women to be shallow, basic bitches, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. I can't stand it. That's why I don't want to go to a wedding. I don't want to go. Like, to me, it's a very personal, intimate thing. If you want a big wedding, that's fine. I just think it's showing off, and so many women don't develop themselves, don't define passions, they don't find who they are in life, and early on, they are just brainwashed to believe that this fantasy is the end all, and then having kids and wonder why everybody has midlife crises in their mid-30s and 40s. Well, this is why. Because this isn't going to make you happy unless it's really what you're supposed to do in life. Now, some people are called to get married young, or that's what they feel they want to do, and they're supposed to be mothers and fathers. That's awesome. I'm not dissing you. What I'm saying is the mass majority is conditioned and brainwashed to believe that this is the end all be all before they even know who they are, and wonder why the divorce rates are so fucking high. Because people realize that the fantasy isn't what makes you happy. Developing yourself as a person what makes you happy, and then you find somebody who's also developed themselves as a person, and you see whether or not you guys mesh well together. It's not just about being in love either. That's just the tip of the fucking iceberg. That's the catalyst. But what you have to do to make it work is y'all have to have personalities that work. I can tell you, I've met 2 or 3 really beautiful men, beautiful exes, gorgeous men, wonderful people, and you know what? Our personalities and we were deeply in love. Our personalities and issues would have never made it work, and that was something. I'm 34, and at 34 years old, this last year is when I finally understood that, and I was able to, like some people I had a hard time getting over, let it go. You can be deeply in love with somebody, don't mean it's gonna work, and it doesn't mean that y'all are supposed to be together. So it's just, so my take is that's how I look at weddings. It's just people brainwashed to like waste money, waste thousands of dollars on what is essentially is a big fucking party when that money could go to building your life or helping other people, or you know what, wherever the fuck you want. Like I've always said, I would be offended if a dude proposed to me with a ring. Don't get me started on the rings and De Beers. That's a whole nother rant, or this will be an hour-long video, Jesus fucking Christ. If you propose to me, like, in my opinion, if you were to propose to me with a ring, I'd be offended. Well, $5,000, put that to the down payment on a house. Take that money and get a couple Shih Tzus or a golden doodle. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a commitment. That shows me you're ready to build something. What the fuck is this ring for? Probably a bunch of kids somewhere in Africa lost arms and limbs so I can show off a rock that's shiny. Like, what the fuck? Because I don't feel secure in myself. And again, if you like jewelry, I'm not knocking you. If you want to get married, if you've gotten married, if you had a big wedding, I'm not knocking you. Some people have the fucking extra income to do that, and that's great. I'm not knocking you because I can already hear the comments from the basic bitches being pissed. And if that's what it is, more power to you, bitches. Be pissed and don't hear my message. But my message is, for fuck's sake, develop yourself. Stop being brainwashed by the television on what we're supposed to do, and find what you love and find somebody that compliments and brings out the best in you. Period. Otherwise, you get assholes like this. This is the best story I've probably heard in a long time. This was so much fun. Oh my God. By the way, guys, like, subscribe, comment if you like this, share this video if you like this. I worked really hard on this one. This was like a few hours of editing, but I can't tell you, like, my voice is even worse. Like, I've just been laughing in this whole video. I've had so much fun. Also, if you guys are a little bit confused by some of the pictures I've used, so I'm going to do some shout outs. It's Tonkasaw, and I'm not going to shout her out, but there is another trailer trash hooker, like a meth head. I'm not even kidding. Her name is Liz Reptile, and I have a bone to pick with her, and she's one of those nasty cunts with the Daddy 05 shit. So that's part of what you saw on there. And the other thing is, if you're confused about Rachel Reed, I have a live stream that I did. Rachel and her boyfriend, they are Rachel Reed and Jarrod Westerfeld. They are two of the nastiest human beings that I've come across. And so we did a live stream talking about them. And by the way, not just talking about them, but the live stream has a real fun twist to it. So please check that out. Rachel Reed the hooker. By the way, she really is a hooker, or sex worker, she calls it. And then she'll say, it's burlesque day. These are people that harassed me. Literally, I have clips of them where they have said they know they've legally harassed me. These are two people that have legally harassed me. They're a couple. She's a fucking hooker. I'm a burlesque dancer. I'm a sex worker. Well, and this is awesome. Apparently they're polyamorous, but they're now just exclusively together. But she can go fuck whoever he wants, but he can take a dick in his ass from other men. Because that's real love and commitment, and she's not a hooker. Don't you call her a hooker. She lives on lolcow and makes threads about people she doesn't like and sucks fee for money. I'm sorry, Rachel Reed really reminded me of this girl, but Rachel could never make those demands because she's like trailer park white trash, and her boyfriend hasn't had a job in years, and he's literally admitted he's mentally ill and off his meds. Anyways, go check out that live stream. I'm going to link in the description. You'll see it up at the top. Please check it out. It's really, really fun because let's laugh at these motherfuckers. I hope you enjoy this. Like, subscribe, comment. Every comment you make, guys, helps me with my channel. I try to respond to them all. If you do it soon, I will probably respond. If you hate me, leave a comment because holy shit, you grow my channel. Thank you for the algorithm push. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Blessings.